Are we live? Hang on. I shouldn't be playing yet. And it's also not loading for some reason. It's not popping up visually. But hello. It's me. First of all. Yeah, you're a bit right, DC. Anyway, right, so this is going to be, oh my god. I apologize, this PC is slower than I am somehow. But right, so finally I'm getting into it. This is going to be basically just the official judging stream for my end of the wildcard judging for Flowcase 10. So as you can see, I have my criteria here and a list of all the participants. So for example, the only thing is our point total had to be 55, and I think this is a good distribution. So yeah, so this is everyone who entered, and this will be it's between 12 people, which is kind of, it's a nice number. We're not going to be here for too long, but yeah. So the only thing is we will not be watching RemJ on the stream. I'll judge him off cam briefly at the end, so I can just give a definitive ranking. But yeah, so everyone else is going to be here. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay then. I'm never reading chat again. That was the biggest mistake of my life. Anyway, so right here we have the first wildcard, Sebi from Italy, and yeah. Wait, do I have Azerical? I feel like I don't. Maybe he didn't submit through the email. I'm not sure. That was a tad bit essential to do. I will check and confirm with the group chat. But for now, we'll just get started with the first wildcard, Sebi. It might not play here for some reason, like the actual video. I hope it does. It'd be really annoying if I just had to stare at a grey screen for the whole thing. The fuck is this? Why is it not popping up? Maybe I have to close Cruises tab. Right, I'm just gonna reload the video one more time and pray for the best. My stream is a bit disabled. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is a bit fucked. I can't lie. Good so far, good so far. video itself isn't playing. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, Chubby. It's a bit annoying, because I want to watch it too. Hello. But I love that. And I've refreshed the tab like 3 times. But right, let me just oh shit, no, get back. Get back. Fuck off, urchin, for now. I love you, but now is not the time. I need to make sure that I'm not tripping. So the big thing is I'm not too sure how I feel about the kick and the snare for this track. So I need to re-listen briefly to the drops and see. I like the pre-delay and the reverb. It's a really nice little detail. Okay. Right, let me get the criteria up. Musicality. I'm also going to briefly explain what all of these are. So basically, originality. Have I heard something like this before? You know, if it's kind of a very typical chord progression, something like that. What am I going to do about performance if I can't see the fucking video? Okay, mix is very self-explanatory. You know, it's just, you know, how clear everything you put in comes out. Sound design, so stuff like, for example, what I think would the drums be appropriate for this track, and also, are you using just fucking Askbot, or are you using, you know, whatever. Originality, again, I explained that. And musicality is just kind of like, how does the track progress? Is there variation? You know, is the track just fucking for 3 minutes? You know, very simple. So, Sebi. Let me think. Let me just listen to this second drop. So the first drop was a slicer. Those arms are nice too. Would really benefit this track. start off with mix, because I don't have much to say about the. Oh, whoops, that is right. So we'll go. I'll start off with mix. I'm gonna give that, I think, an 8 out of 10, because I feel that at certain parts, the snare, and I'm not sure whether to put this in sound design or whether to put it in mix. But they're both worth the same amount of points anyway, so I suppose it's not too big of a deal. Anyway, I feel at certain points, the snare is like very not fitting for the track. You need, I think, something heavier or thicker would be better. But aside from that, I don't think I have anything else to say. Maybe just the vocals at certain points could be a bit louder for the sake of it's kind of hard to understand what you're saying. But other than that, mix is very, very on point. And again, I'm not one who can really speak on mix, but I am gonna do my best. Sound design, I'll give that. And these scores are temporary. I might change these tomorrow when I look over them. But you're gonna get to see the first draft and rough idea. But sound design, I reckon. Again, my problem with the snare is that it could be heavier, and I think I might take 1 point off it in mix and 1 point off it in sound design, because sound design, I think the track would have better benefited more from a heavier snare, and also I think it was just a bit too quiet in some parts. But sound design, so we'll say I'm gonna give it a 7, I reckon, because for me at least, with this track, nothing like jumps out of my mind. Sorry, nothing makes me jump out of my seat, but with like my mind being blown when I hear the sound design. But also, there's nothing inherently wrong with the sound design either. So like, I'd give bonus points if I was, shocked, like I could not understand what was going on. But there's nothing inherently wrong with it either. So yeah, I'll give you a 7 on that. Originality. Yeah, I can't quite say this is similar to any track that I've heard before. It is very Sebi. I'll have to give him that. I think the core ideas, a slicer drop, are fairly standard. So like, if I was to give an example of a really unique, I'll keep it to Sebi actually. A really unique track of yours, which everyone says is going to be Love, because how do I put this into words? The drop idea itself is very unique. Like, here it's mostly just the slicer and the tremolo that's making up the drop, but then you have in Love all these different effects that you're switching between. It'd be very hard for someone else to do it on a whim, I guess, if that makes sense. So that would be like really original. So I'd put it somewhere around the middle, but I also wouldn't dock it a lot of points because I wouldn't think you're copying someone else. So I might give it kind of go somewhere down the middle. I'll give it a 10. Musicality. Bum bum bum. Ba 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 da. So everything was on key. So I'll give you like, straight away the basic points 5, because nothing was off pitch. Bum 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 bum. Progression isn't typically used a lot in loop tracks, you know. So that's also a bit unique. That melody is fairly catchy, so credit. I'm gonna bump this up to 7 now. I think. Let me listen to the melody you added in the second drop again. Nothing. Oh, and I like that. Just give 10 to everything, even 10 plays. Also, I'm not reading the chat at the moment. I just kind of opened it by mistake. Oh shit! You can't see WhatsApp, can you? I hope not, because I just accidentally opened it. You'll see all my nudes. Anyway, yeah, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. I like the one thing I'll give credit for here as well is the low pass filter into high pass filter in the second drop, which I just picked up on. Really nice. And I'm actually going to go back and bump sound design up to 8, because I really, really appreciate the delay time on the reverb. I think musicality I'll give a 12 on this. Track progresses nicely, track progresses smoothly, nothing's off pitch, the melodies are catchy. It's good. It's good. I think it's kind of simple enough, but very effective, is how I describe this track. Lastly, performance. This is going to be a bit boring for you guys for a minute. I'm just gonna kind of skip through the video at like 2 times speed on my iPad, so I can like just watch how he performs. And I really hope it's only this video that doesn't work. Because I really don't want to stream where it's me staring. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't switch scene. Okay, I've been filling into this for like the last 5 minutes. I forgot that they're 2 separate scenes. I am not good at this. Okay, I just like breezing through. Yeah, not a lot of moving at the camera. Sorry, not a lot of looking at the camera. It's kind of hard for me. It's kind of hard for me to get like a sense of energy just by watching you perform. Kind of seems like you're going through the motions when you perform the track, which is fair. It happens to the best of us, but like, I only give 5 points to performance anyway. It's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. So I'd say I'll give it like a 2, because I also like what I see from the editing. But I would have appreciated 1, standing, and 2, looking at the camera. But last minute wildcard happens to all of us. So mathematics: 8, 16, 26, 38, 40. 40 out of 55. And he is currently first. Okay. Right. I tried shakers, but sounded bad. Could have added something else to the drums. Maybe. I can fucking hop in a call with you at some point. We can maybe work on it. But yeah, I just think something else could have filled the space between the kick and the snare. It was a bit empty, I felt. Anyway, still in first place, so haha. Fuck's sake, man. If I change the quality, if I change the aspect ratio, will it do anything?
Hello.
Hi.
Flowcase 10.
There's 10 of them.
Loopstation.
I'll try mini player for a second.
Wildcard.
Oh, I'm just lagging. Okay, good to know.
Cardiff.
It might also be because I have to update this. But
Enjoy.
I don't know. Yeah. Let me refresh the page. Fuck. This is not a great streaming experience for those watching. I cannot lie. But we're gonna do our best. Fucking hell, this is so slow. Hello, Skell. How are things? Oh my fucking god. Right. I'll get in. Timu deals. Bro, I'm actually wearing the fucking Timu kicks as we speak. My mom got them for me. They're great. It's got like an upside down. Yeah, it's got like an upside down Nike logo. So instead of being like just do it, it's like give up on all your dreams, which I think is kind of nice. Playlist. I don't know what playlist I have. This could be kind of fun for everyone to reveal. Oh yeah, I had to beatbox for one of my college auditions. But where is the playlist? Right, one sec. I'm gonna switch to the judging criteria because I'm gonna go into my browser history, and I do not trust that's gonna be safe when I pull it up. Right. And also, hopefully, now it'll display the video. If anyone else is exam cramming right now, bro, my exams are in fucking a month, like 20 days in and around. Right, I don't think we're getting footage this stream, I think. Which is very, I do not understand why.
Flowcase 10.
Guess we'll deal with it, we'll manage.
Loopstation.
But,
Wildcard.
yeah. Oh well. Cardiff. Okay.
Enjoy.
Right, criteria, we'll go scene. Reload, I'm judging you after this. So I'm gonna simultaneously have the video up in front of me so I can like see for performance. So I can see we have the voice live 3 as well. Yeah, the video is just not displaying, like not even on my end, and I don't understand why. So, yeah. Right, it's a bit pitchy at the moment. I'll see if he makes it work later throughout the wildcard. Alright, we got mal editing. I always have to appreciate that. No, yeah, I know you can, oh, yeah, sorry, just the delay. Fair enough. Okay, kind of off time with that. The switch was a bit off time with the thing. If I'm correct, this is Urchin's first wildcard. So, he decided to install the key. That's kind of funny. Right, okay, we're at the outro. Okay. So, how I feel about this, and I'll say it right off the bat.
I'm from the UK. That's my wildcard for Flowcase 10.
Is that UK top 4? No fucking way. Okay, how I feel about this track is that it could be very nice. It could be very nice. But there's a lot getting in the way of it being nice. And again, this is Urchin's first wildcard, so with a bit of help and with a bit of feedback, you know, I'm sure we can hello Rage. I'm sure we can fucking work around that. But oh, he's gone. No. But yeah. So anyway, let's get into the criteria. So first thing I'll do straight out the way 'cause it's in front of me. Performance. Kind of same as Sebi, where I wish he was standing, but like Urchin addresses the camera in this video. You know, he's a bit of the fucking hand movements going on. You know, like gesturing with his sounds. He's bouncing around. So I'll give him maybe 3. And also, so yeah. So 3 for performance. Now, I'll address mix last. Or actually no, I'll address musicality last. Sound design. To be honest, this isn't gonna rank too high. Because there were a lot of very kind of basic sounds. Oscar spot, and yeah, that's kind of it. Now I didn't really see if he was doing, for a grand delay or anything like that, because we have no fucking video apparently, and I'm not making the same mistake twice. So yeah. So I think, and also the MH snare is a bit by itself is kind of a bit typical. So I'm gonna give this sound design, I think maybe um 32 for sound design. Get in Urchin, because it wasn't like 0 worthy. It wasn't like 1 worthy. It wasn't 2 worthy. But I wouldn't feel comfortable putting it at 4 either. So 3 out of 10, not bad. Originality. This sounds like a lot of other loop tracks that I've heard. If I was kind of now again, it is the first. I want to preface this with the fact that it is Urchin's first wildcard. So this kind of feedback and this experience is still yet to come. So Urchin, I know you're going to be watching this later. Don't take any of these like to heart. Work on them, of course, but don't be discouraged if you don't score amazingly well for this competition, because you will get a lot better in the future. I feel you have that passion. So yeah, originality wise, I'd say give that a 3. No. You know what? Yeah, I give that a 3. Fucking 3s across the board. I'm putting him third. But it's kind of, there's nothing here that necessarily makes it an Urchin track, I feel. But would I give it I might give it a, I'm stuck between 3. I'll give it a 3. And if I need to do a tiebreaker, I'm gonna move this down to 2. I feel that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna put a asterisk next to that. Plus, all right, we'll go. Right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Actually, these numbers, because I've realized it's gonna make things incredibly inconvenient for myself. 3. So next I'll do mix. I think there wasn't a lot going on for the mix to be bad. Necessarily, like there wasn't, say, like 9 things happening at once, and I could only hear 2. There's 4 things happening, and I feel that I could have heard. Yeah, no, I can't see them. I can't see the videos on my laptop screen, but for the sake of judging performance, I'm just pulling them up here as well, if that makes sense. It's a bit annoying, and I just don't know why it's happening, so I can't do much about it. So yeah, mix. I'd give this 2. I feel, 'cause I feel like the sounds that he did have could have been mixed better, and I feel like kind of maybe some more sub in the bass. The main Oscar melody could have been, I believe it was Oscar at least. The main Oscar melody could have been kind of sharper, could have been clearer. I think the kick could have been a bit punchier. Personally. And I think also it was a bit hard to get the mix wrong in the first place. So yeah. And I don't mean to be too harsh when I'm judging these. I'm just trying to give, honest feedback. Now, musicality, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to score this very low. I think no, one's a bit harsh, because I was bouncing a bit. Say 3. No, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. It's hard. Because I feel like 2 is too low and 3 is too high, but I don't want to give 0.5 points. Which is, yeah. Maybe if we go... You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to go 3. Because rhythmically, it was quite pleasant to listen to. But notes-wise, as Orange said, you used all the keys, which was not very pleasant. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt at the start. You know, some people do like weird things with the notes, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, it works. But yeah, in this case, it was just key signature bombs. So what you could do, you know, just tonight even, on FL Studio, I know you have a PC, if you can use this. On FL Studio, for example, try and make a track. And I can't remember the path off the top of my head. I don't use FL. But there is a way that you can select a key, and it will show you all the notes in that key, and you can only compose. It's not you can only compose, but like it shows you when you're composing out of key. So if you try that and see how it gets on. So like basically just pre-preparing your tracks in a DAW. I think that'll be very beneficial. Something where you can just see the keys you're making. I watched some videos on music theory. I'll send you a few personally tonight when I send you the link to this stream. But for now, you are second behind Sebi with 14 points. If it comes to the situation that someone else is going to tie, though, I probably will take off that mark for the... I'll probably take off that mark with the asterisk. Okay, so enough waffling. UK top 4.
Hope you enjoy.
Get in. Come on. It's kind of quiet. Is that me? Okay. I could hear the kicks double when he bounced there, really briefly. So try avoid that in the future. You know, just be very quick when you're bouncing to lead the other track, or at least stop it. Let me change this thing back to bland old YouTube. Yeah, I'll turn it up briefly. Wait. Sorry, I just had to check the audio. And I really like this progression. It's sick. Honestly, you would have had a good chance of making it into the top 4 if you had this. Same with that drum placement just there. But yeah, maybe just reintroducing the old melody would work. I actually love this drum. dead ass, this is such a big improvement from like old Reload. It's not even funny. And then watching the bottom as well. Performance looks to be good as well. I love the fucking outdoor recording setup. It's good. Oh, speed up? The fuck? I don't remember this. Just seconds on setup. Okay. First drop setup. My fault. Right, so Reload from the UK. Top 4 UK United Kingdom Beatbox Loopstation Reload Championships. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by getting water. Done. Right. So start off with musicality, because this is the one I have the most to say about. This is like I know this track already, but this is one of like the nicest to listen to, I guess, in a sense. Like, it's very simple again. Oh, that's wrong, but you get the point. That progression is so simple, but it's so catchy for some reason. Like, I keep accidentally using it when I'm trying to make new tracks. So bonus points for that. The melody, in the first drop, the I would not use that if I was you. I'd create a slower counter melody instead of kind of this beat scatter thing you have going on. But the vocal melody thing is gorgeous. It's so good. So big points for that. I think musicality, and what I will say is that I wish you would switch the genre when you speed things up. So I should do like, it doesn't have to be that specifically, of course. It's up to you, but I just think you should do a switch instead of just doing kind of drop one again. And second of all, what was I going to say? I had something else to say. Where's it gone? Ah, yeah, the bass. I wish in the drops you made the bass more powerful than what it is. Or in the build-ups, I wish you made the bass weaker. Because the move from build-up or kind of intro section to drop one doesn't hit for the sake of you're more so taking stuff away than adding stuff in or like changing something around. Even if you put a preamp on the bass, for example, and it was just that bit sharper, it would improve both drops drastically, I feel. And maybe one more thing is a crash cymbal. If you can fit that anywhere, even if you have to fucking input effects it at the start of drops and when you introduce the melody lines, go for it completely. It
it would help in the both the crash and the sharper bass would help with making a more distinct drop by themselves, but together it's going to be a huge improvement to the track. So for now, I'm going to give this musicality a 12, I think. Originality, yeah, I think this is a fairly original track. Um, I haven't heard, you know, I haven't heard the progression a lot. In other tracks, I feel. I'd re-listen to the last 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, let me look at the ending in case there's like a. Oh yeah, it's just because you did like a reverb fade off. Okay, so yeah, you like, and you click the mouse. Sorry, no, I just stopped the when it was like reverb tailing off, and you could tell it was over. I thought you'd done like the craziest hardstyle switch up in those 15 seconds, but it's okay. But yeah, originality. I think this is one of the more original tracks. I can't necessarily point to anything in and of itself that makes. Oh, one thing that does make it original is that little groove thing. That is, I've not seen many other people do that. So that does help in the originality department. So I would give this maybe a 11 for now. Sound design. Okay, so I'll add on positives as I go. The vocal melody is really good. Vocal melody is really good. The second drop with the phaser and the tremolo chords, really nice, really simple, works well. The bum 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 bum. You know, 'tis grand. Kind of the same as the. I won't give it any kind of extra points because it's the same sound as the melody in the first drop. The bass, I'll give 1 point. Sorry, I'll give 1 point for the sake of the bass itself is good. And I won't give an extra point for the sake of I wish it was sharper at other points. Drums are very nice. Sorry, drums. What I was gonna say there is the drum pattern is very nice, but the drums themselves are a bit, typical. The MH snare is grand. And I really like the, but that would more be for musicality and originality points, so I won't give it points here in that sense. I'll give 1 point as well for the speed up. 1 point for the fact that you did do a speed up drop, which I know other people have done before, but isn't like too frequently done, I guess. But if you had done a genre switch up there, it would have been like really, really well done. So yeah, will I leave it at 6? Below Sebi, above an Urchin. I can see that. Yeah. Oh shit, I'm not on the score sheet. Frosty, yeah, I can. Yeah, sorry, I can either have the. I can either have the comments up. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna open the stream on my phone and read comments from there. But Yeah. Mix 10 points. Okay. So for mix, I don't think I have anything like huge to say about mix. I don't have any major problems. I'm also not experienced enough with mix, I feel, as to where I can point out that it's a problem. So there's not much I can say here. Again, like MH snare, but that's more of a sound choice than a mix problem. Let me listen back a small bit and see, because there might be something, and I'm just tweaking, I'm forgetting it. Oh, the pitch snare. Hang on. Let me add an originality point to that. I forgot to, because pitch snares aren't unique, but like the kind of violent texture to it is. I like that. I guess that would be more of a sound design. Yeah, the 1 bonus point anyway doesn't really what kind of door it goes for. Yeah, like here, the way you have the filter over the bass. If you've just done that at all the points during the track, all the like transition periods. Did you? Hang on. Wait, let me double check. You did. Fuck's sake. Okay. So I guess my problem, I'm not articulating it correctly, which is not good to be doing as a judge. I apologize. I guess though my problem is more so the fact that like it's not different to when we first hear it. It's just like it's intense, it goes down, and then it's just the same again. Oh, sorry. Let me fix the order of these, 'cause I kind of just put them in one by one and didn't give much consideration to the placement, which is my fault. So I'll go in order of the thing from now on. Yeah, I guess mix. There's not much I can say is the problem here. I'll probably give it. Orange mentioned the vocals are too wide. Let me. I guess if I had to point out any problem with the mix is kind of you could turn the kick down just a tiny bit, because at the moment all I can hear is the and the woo, but not the by itself. Like I can hear it, but it's very smothered. So I guess I'd say that for mix. I'll give this an 8. And then performance. I really enjoyed your performance. Just by watching it, you were like, first of all, you recorded outside, which is always a bonus point. If you can, of course. So I won't necessarily give points based off that. But, you're moving with the track. You're looking at the camera. You're interacting with the listener. There's no video editing. So I don't, but not everyone can edit the video, so do I dock points? I don't know. Yeah, I won't. You know, yeah, I'll give this 5 for performance. I reckon. So what's this? 12, 23, 70, 38, 43. Okay. Again, overall very solid track and a big improvement from the reload that I knew from NUE. So I'm gonna skip our MJ for now. I'll just judge him at the end.
Yo, my name is MG.
Alright. Milk Box from I have him down here as United Kingdom. That's old. I'll go. He's from Finland.
Cyberpunk Schlop. Cyberpunk Schlop. Get it?
Okay.
Yo, this is
Right. Also, reload. I'm not sure what you want me to be seeing here. to be honest. Like, I listened to the last 15 seconds. You know, you just take away the drums, you turn up the reverb, you take away the bass, you turn everything off. It's a reverb fade out. You know, am I missing something? Am I missing the part where you like give the cure to cancer in the wildcard, or I don't know. Just say it in chat. Anyway, okay, so milk box. You know, the reverb fade is nice. I would have considered that for musicality. Like, it's good. Like, I don't know. But, ooh, 1 second. Right. Milk box. Musicality. Fuck off. Oh. Right. You know what? Bang. Problem solved. I'll say, so musicality, this is gonna score kind of low because it's a 1 note progression throughout the whole thing. So the change mostly comes in like sound texture. So I don't know if I'd necessarily, yeah, I'd say, yeah, you know, I'll give this, yeah, 5, because it's only 1 note throughout the entire thing. And the texture changes will mostly be judged based on sound design. Originality, this is very like MK1. I feel like if I heard this from any other looper and you didn't tell me it was milk box, I would have been like, yeah, that's the looper. You could tell me this is anyone and I believe you. So yeah. And then the drops themselves are kind of, I wouldn't say biscuit-esque, but you'd understand what I mean, I think, if I said biscuit-esque. Like, there's a lot of presence of biscuit there, you know, with the rhythm sound there, and also the filter thing at the end. So I'd give this a 4 personally out of 15. Sound design was okay, I guess. Nothing special, nothing horrible. The sound design, the last drop, actually, you know, that's more of a mixed concern. Same with the snare and the kick. Yeah, 'cause they were fitting sounds, I guess. Just like mixed poorly. Go. Let me look over. I scored the others. I scored Urchin 3. I scored Sebi 8, and I scored Reload 7. I think if I gave this 5 out of 10, yeah, that sits right with me. Now mix is the big one. There's a lot of problems with the mix with this track. All the kind of low sounds that he has throughout the track are colliding together. Let me just listen again briefly. Milkbox Gaming. Okay, so the hi hat. Oh, my mic's quiet. Okay. Right. So also it's the real Zach Brosnan, top 2 Irish champs. Also, yeah. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. United Kingdom. My fault. So yeah, I think first of all, the snare. The snare is occupying way too much space in the mix for my liking. It's very full of low mids, so fucking. Now my mic is turned up loud, so it's clipping, but you get me. I also have what the fuck? I also have an EQ on. So I would like maybe as an improvement is if you can. Not sure about your effects layout for this track, but if you put a high pass filter before the reverb and you just did it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what's here. Kick is very loud and it's first of all long, so like. Whereas with a kick, you kind of want it to be short. You want it to be snappy, like. Okay, that wasn't a good example. Now that's very liquidy, and there's not really a kicky cue in it. So, yeah, go on, Zach Brosnan, United Nations champs. So 1 second. I'm being called by the mother. I'm back. The mother brought home bagels. It was a matter of national urgency. This is why I love my mom. She brings home bagels every once in a while. Anyway, so what was I saying? Mix, yeah. First of all, fix the snare. Second of all, turn down the drum. Third of all, again, put a high pass filter on the hi hat. You were doing like, if you do. it's not perfect, but it's an improvement at the very least. And that's what, oh, shut up. That's what we want. Then I would also not use as many low-end sounds. I'd use more sounds from the high end of the frequency spectrum. And leave some more space in the lower to mid end. Yeah. So the main thing I'd improve, which is going to give you the most return on investment, though, are your drums. Yeah. So now MK1 is different to MK2, of course. I'm well aware of that fact, but you can still get decent sounding drums on MK1. So yeah, mix, I'm gonna give this a 2. And then performance, let me just confirm that I am in fact not tripping balls. And also the vocals are very quiet. Yeah, just due to recording angle, it's kind of hard to see anything. Like, I could see the hand doing that, but I can't see the milker himself. Oh my fucking god. Pretend I never said that. I can't see Milkman himself, so I give it 2. So I know there's points look very low, 14, stuff like that, but keep in mind the total points you can get is 55. So yeah. Right. Hello, handsome Flavian, indeed. Right, 3. Okay, 5, 9, 14. Never say that again, monkey donker. Alright. Never say that again. Let's go 5, 4, 5. That's 14, 16, 18. Yeah, I'm passing higher level maths with those abilities. So that will put him in 3rd place, ahead of Urchin. Now, if you had told me, gun to my head, that this next participant will be entering, I would have told you you've lost your mind. However, we got a wild card from Dr.
H1 aka Dr. Slow Sweat, and it's my Flowcase 10 Loopstation wildcard. Hope you enjoy.
So this is going to be interesting to see. Cheeky bit of volume. These vocals are very clean, which I appreciate.
where do I belong?
Performance actually like really good. Okay, so my thoughts on this wildcard. There are areas where it shines, and there are some areas where it falls down. And because of that, it's going to kind of average out in sort of a low high, if that makes sense. Like, kind of, I don't know. We'll have to see. It'll be like in the top half of participants, but not too high, I reckon. So first of all, mandatory pre-wildcard delay and getting off topic is going to be, I'm turning on my light. One sec. So I feel that musicality is gonna get huge points for the vocals. It's gonna get huge points for the auto riff melody. That was kind of unique. You don't see many people using the auto riff these days, but I think he's one of the people I've seen use it use it good. So yeah. I think my only real problems with the musicality of this come in the sense of the drops don't hit as hard as they should because of the bass. But that's more of a mixing. So I think musicality wise, I'm gonna give this a 12 or 13 because the progression itself is kind of simple. You know, so say 12. You know, composition wise, it's not very standout, but execution wise, it's very high level, I feel. What's next? Originality. I think this is really original. You know, most tracks these days, which I'm guilty of, are just my wife left me, and now I'm angry. Or whatever. You know? Whereas this is just, are there aliens? I wonder. So, like, kind of unique topic of the lyrics, unique theme of the track, executed on well. Think, yeah, I'm going to score this 13-ish. Really high for originality. Sound design. Okay, so let's start with the sounds off one by one. The bum 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 bum. I'll give that 3 points. think the sub bass was good. The sub bass before the drop was good. I'll give that maybe another 2. I'm not going to give points for the snare, especially. Yeah, I know we can't see the video. I should add like a disclaimer. I know we can't see the video, but yeah, I'm not going to give bonus points for the snare because the snare was a bit lacking, I think. Even if you're trying to go for an organic snare, I know there's plenty of ways to get around that and still have a cleanly mix. Looking at dice as someone, for example, I think I didn't switch tab. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'm so bad at this game. Right. Yeah. I'd say overall I give this a 7. That's what I gave Reload. When I say this is on par with Reload, no, I'd say this is. Yeah, below Reload, above Milkbox. I'd be comfortable in saying that because the main focus of this track isn't necessarily sound design. Anyway, so yeah. 6, I think is fair. Mix. Okay, so the mix of the bass. There could be a lot more high end in the bass. More sub, like proper sub in the bass, I feel. Mix of the snare. The snare could have a lot more. Snare could be louder, I feel, especially because it kind of takes a space in the back of the mixer. You'd want it to be more in the front, I imagine. Any other mixing problems? The and the vocals, I think, were mixed fairly well, so I'll give bonus points for that. So say 7. Yeah, and I also forgot to mention here another reason I'm giving it 13 is because of the little on the drop idea. That was gorgeous. So I think 7 would be warranted on the mix. So, or 7 or 6, would I say 6? I don't know how I feel about going down to 6. Where did I put? Okay, I gave Reload an 8 on the mix. I gave Sebi an 8. I give this I could see myself giving this a 7. In performance, yeah, to be honest, straight away this is getting a 5. His personality just shines through throughout the whole track. It's great. You can really tell that it's Slow Sweat performing. You know, it's not just fucking hunched over on a table. He's putting his soul into the performance. So straight away that's 5. So 13, 18, 21, 31, 43. Ooh, shit. Let me just do the maths again. 25, 31, 38, 40. Okay, tied with Reload. How would I break this tie? What I'm thinking is the higher originality score, because I feel like of all the categories, that's the most important. Like, you know, hello, Eddies. I'm currently in a moral dilemma right now. Do I don't know. I think, yeah, you know what? I'll break ties with who has either the higher musicality score. This is like an order of priority almost. So I'll just break ties based on these scores. So, who's the higher musicality, then who's the higher originality, so on, so on, so on. So I'll put Dr. Slow Sweat above. It's also kind of funny because I mentioned this, I think. Mentioned this a while back. I don't know if I mentioned it publicly. Ashwin was Ashwin did a reaction stream to my first ever wildcard for Clip Champs 2022. It's kind of weird that I'm watching him now. Yeah, Eddies, there's BMG. I'm going to be entering, so chance it. Next we have Virenton.
Yo, this is
Fuck.
Vertinen, and this is my Loopstation wildcard for the Flowcase 10 championships.
Yeah, I
I
always
hope
thought
you
he was
enjoy.
British, but no, he's from Poland. And he's on MK1, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah. Ed, I think the tiebreaker should be your personal opinion. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'd say that's fair. I'll listen. I'll listen to this first, and then I'll think a bit more about the decision. It's really close between you two. What the fuck was that? I just got a jump scare.
Yeah, hey. Cause you don't know.
It's very on the voice.
You don't know. Cause you don't know. You don't know what's coming, so you better start running like.
Oh! That's a surprise. The mix is kind of killing me.
Hey, hey,
Can't lie.
hey.
The actual ideas are not bad.
Cause you don't know. Hey, cause you don't know. You don't know what's coming, so you better start running like. Go one more.
One more.
Cause you don't know. Cause you don't know. You don't know what's coming, so you better start running like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm good at this one.
Hit it, blind.
Okay. All right.
Hello, this is Appos for Flowcase. Sorry that it is very scuffed.
Okay. Pause. this. All right, let me go to the notepad. So this track, the wow factor is like up here. Like I was shocked. I was not expecting that. But then the mix, volumes in particular, really took me out of it. Especially with that like jump scare sound. That's my impression of a air raid siren. Anyway, yeah. So let's start off with musicality. Musicality, I'd say I'm gonna put this kind of 7-ish, not fucking hell, not 78. Okay, because the wow, that idea is nice. But that's really the only switch from the. That's really the only switch from the one note progression that we get. So yeah, give that 7. On the Beatbox Milk Gang page, I think. I haven't seen the info sheet. Or DM Simple Z. Originality? This sounds, oddly enough, this sounds very MK1, but I can't directly link it to somebody else, I guess. So I kind of go somewhere in the middle again. Maybe, like, Vinyl Flake Drop itself is a bit standard, but the sound design's nice. Although, yeah, I guess it's more sound design. I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to go 8. Sound design. Okay, so the sounds here, I'm aware it's mostly like synth, but it was really enjoyable. Like synth and a bit of lo-fi, but it was really enjoyable. Like it really fit the track, I felt. Like this is what I meant when I wanted something more intense for the drops. When I said that about Ashwin and about Reload, is like, the sub layer, fucking a little bit of input. And then for the drop you had fucking just for example, of course. So this is what I was looking for in the sound design. So yeah, big up. Mix is where we lose a lot of points. So volumes, especially at the start, kind of before the drops, in the drops themselves, are very inconsistent. Things are like your dynamic range shifts too much too quickly without warning, like the whew. It's like a fucking. It's like the heart rate monitor of someone who's just drank It's the heart rate monitor of someone who's just swallowed the entire bottle of these and went on a 10,000-mile run. Like it's a tad bit all over the place. So I would probably have to score this like a 2 or a 3. Yeah, I think 3. Because the drums are okay. For MK1, the kick is fairly clean. The snare is alright. I'd prefer something a bit higher pitch, though. A bit higher up in the frequency spectrum. And maybe which would be more in the musicality side of things. But I think I already docked enough points in that sense. And performance, from what I saw on the video, I'd give it a 3. Kind of, again, you're just kind of sat in the seat, but you're at least moving a little bit with the track, which is fair. So 8, 16, 23, 26, 29. Actually, 6, 13, 21. Yeah, just have to confirm. Okay. So that puts him third. No, forgive me, fourth. Behind Sebi, ahead of Milkbox. And we are officially halfway through the wildcards. Right. Next up, that boss. He's okay. You know, it's like got into GBB, dropped out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's fine. On a scale of, actually, put a side note. Alright. Just so I can remember. Okay, so. Let's go.
Hello. This is Abbas for Flowcase. Sorry that it is very scuffed.
It's okay, it's very scuffed.
Gotta have a bit of table salt in the room.
Gotta have a bit of table salt in the room.
Breakthrough, we break. Know what's at stake. I will not wait. When I break through, we break through. Yeah, break through, we break. Know what's at stake. I will not wait. When I break through, we break through. Yeah. Break through, we break. We break through now. I'm killing it, killing it, killing it, killing it now. I just wanna get some Indian somehow. I don't know how, but I will manage. I just like a fucking garage.
The UK rap game.
Yeah, they were bars. Top of the dome. If you ever need me for rap business, just contact me and I'll be there for you. 07942 388 888. I don't know whose number that is. I was born to die. Fuck that, I'm still alive. I will throw away my destiny while cooking up the recipe to live for time. I will enter my prime. This feeling is just so sublime. Oh yeah. Fucking burger. Burger and chips for tea. With a side of bananas. I'm killing it, killing it, killing it, killing it now. I'm gonna bring the fucking bass somehow. So get ready for the bass, it is crazy. It will hit you in the motherfucking face. Get pranked.
That's a prank. in all fairness.
Sell to millions of people online with Shopify's social media and marketplace integrations. You can sell your products directly.
Object. Okay. Right. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna judge this ball card. So, get pranked. Right. So, musicality. Do I say this is either getting high or it's getting low? You get what I'm saying. I'd say fucking. I'd say 9 for musicality, because it kind of. What did I say, 9? Maybe 10, because I don't like the fact that it's I don't like the lyrics. I get it's a troll, of course. This isn't like serious critique for the lyrics, but if I'm judging it the same way I'm judging the others, then yeah, I kind of have to say it. But yeah, I don't really like the lyrics, and I think the second drop was a bit bad. At least for our boss's standards, it was fine, but you know, man's capable of a lot more. I think. Originality. I'd have to give this high. I'd say 13. Yeah, 13. No, 12. Stuff like the kick, with like the pitch kick, was kind of unique. I have to give him credit for that. And you know, this is a very Epos track, I think. So actually, I'm gonna bump up musicality by 1. I feel, because I kind of like the progression a bit more. Sound design, 10 points. I give this an 8, because like kick and snare were to my taste. Everything up until the second drop was great, and then the second drop kind of lost me with the sound design. You know, with the bass. Then I give 9 for the mix, because the mix is fairly good. Bar again, it really all came down to that second drop for me, personally. And performance, I give it a 5, I reckon. Or let me double check, because I could be, as we say in this scene, tripping balls. Yeah, I'd give that a 5. A lot of interaction with the camera, a lot of personality in the track. So I would give that a 5. Now let me just look at the score again, because it seems very high for like a troll wildcard. Then again, it is like a troll wildcard from someone on. Why can't I show the fucking sheet like the first try without it being pointed out to me? I'm a miserable judge streamer. Give this. Let me see what it adds up to first. 23, 31, 40, 45. Yeah, do you know what? Is 45 unreasonable for this? I'd say not. Right, who's next? Object. Okay, so I had to fight. I think we all kind of had to like work together as a team, the judges, to get Object like allowed to compete. Like I know it's just us and the judge, and we just say like, yeah, he can compete, go for it. But like, there were so many things wrong with the submission of the wildcard in particular. Like, as you can see, this is Hat 10 World Champs wildcard. And he submitted it as Flowcase as well. So it's kind of like, you're like, and in the end, we're going to allow it. Because, like, I guess he directly told us, by the way, I'm entering this for Hat 10. But I think for Flowcase 11 onwards, you're going to have to say specifically, you know, Flowcase wildcard. But, yeah.
And this is my wildcard for the Hat 10 World Championships 2024.
This is the most controversial one, at least. Snare and kick are nice. Very clean. Drums all very nicely mixed. Is it buffering? Oh no, he's just like the synth sound like the melody synth is fine, but I think I'm not too sure how I feel about it in conjunction with the long sustained note underneath. But yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. Drum and bass swing. Yippee! JJ Ronda's gonna love this. Those hi-hats are like really well mixed. Like they're not piercing. I have to point it out. It's a big improvement for them. So what? Okay, it's going on to the next video, so I have to pause it.
Hi.
Simple Z from Poland. I hope he gets the microphone soon. Okay, so Object United Kingdom beatbox. Right. Musicality. I'm gonna give this. I think I'm gonna give 11 because I really like the and the little progression underneath it. That is nice, gorgeous. Drums fit. That's more of a sound design thing. You know, the little pad sound is great. The drop hits. But I think structure-wise, this could have been improved. So like the pads being in the first half of the drop, but not the second, makes it feel a bit like it's deprogressing for me almost. And I feel also that the second drop, the drum and bass switch up was cool, but I felt like the actual second drop content, like the bass, could have been a bit more different to the start. So that's where I'm docking points on, but very good overall. Originality, scoring high again. I'd give this 11, would I? Yeah, like the drum kit's original. The sounds used in the drops are original. The pad sound is very original. Just don't. Would I put this higher? I think I will. Okay. Sound design. Okay, drums. Mwah. Pad. Mwah. They're the two highlights. I'm gonna give straight away 6 points for those. I like the synth sound. I have to be 100% honest. I helped make the synth sound when I thought this was the Hatton Wildcard only. But I think it could have. There in the original version of this track, it was kind of like a. It was just kind of like a softer sound that was underneath it. So I think if that was possible to do, I would keep that in the. Fuck me, I'm tired. I would keep that in the track. So sound design wise, I'm gonna give this 7, because I also think that for the drum and bass switch up, you could have used a different snare. Like a. If the first part of the track is like. No, it wasn't. It was then the second part could have been like that, almost. So I give that 7. Mix was actually like I'm gonna put 9, I reckon, because is this gonna be tied with Epos? Don't know if I go as far as to tie with Epos, to be fair. Oh yeah, I never put down Epos' point count. Let me feel like I've either put Epos low or I've put object high. Above slow sweat? Yeah, I could see that. Above reload? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna swap these two. Now to think about it, because I can realistically see object being above slow sweat, but I'm not sure if I can see him being above reload. So I'm gonna swap that around. Let me evaluate performance first. Mix? Was there any problem with mix? I think at one point I wanted the melody a bit louder. That was kind of it. So yeah. I'm not showing the sheet again, am I? Yep, fuck's sake. I am terrible at this. Like, I know I keep saying I'm terrible at this, but like, fuck's sake. Hang on. Right, that should fix it. Performance. Let me just skim through again. I've gotten an ad for Windsor. Right. Standing, which is always a benefit. Okay, from what I'm seeing here is a lot of looking down at the loop. So I might dock 1 point for that. But other than that, yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. So it's, what's this going to be? 44. Would I put this above reload? Let me think. Score-wise, it looks like it's going to be that way. I'm just wondering. Thinking between the two. Because I feel like personally I enjoyed reloads more, but the scorecard isn't reflecting that. Originality 13. Would I give this search? Yeah, I would. That's the killing thing. I feel like none of these scores I change, but ranking I would. So does that mean I fucked up somewhere with reloads? Scoring? I guess I'll leave it as it is now, because it's not like... I'm not like pissing myself with the fact that object is this tall, this high. But I am gonna come back to... I'm gonna put an asterisk next to this. I'm gonna come back and check it. So if... I'm also gonna say what judge I am in the score sheets, by the way. So like, none of the anonymous stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna look at this just to confirm, because something about this is saying no to me. But yeah, that puts Sebi out. Interesting. I'll look over my top 4 in particular, I think, because that is kind of the most important ranking. Right. Simple Z.
This is Simple Z. This is my wildcard for Flowcase Loopstation.
For Flowcase. Fucking hell.
Yes. Still better than your drums.
Yo, this DC and this Milky Way Wildcard
Okay.
for the Flowcase 10
Okay.
Beatbox battle.
First
in
of all,
Cardiff.
man like fucking David. Second of all, I wasn't expecting the bell sound there, so right, what feedback do I give this? Right. Musicality. The track was a bit stagnant throughout, and it lost me on the drops more than it did in the build-up, so I'm gonna have to put this like not very high. I'd say 34 points. Yeah, no, yeah, 4. Let me see. Milkbox got 5. Viriton got 7. I could see this being a 4. Originality. It's not very original, to be honest. It's like very MK1 kind of beginner type thing. Also, I could have swore Simple Z had a Mark II. I don't know why he's not using it. But yeah, there's not very much Simple Z about it. You know, so I'd probably have to give this maybe I'll say 6 out of 15. Because I guess there is something too Simple Z about it. But like, not. It's a hard one. No, I'll go for 5. Sound design is mostly distortion. Let me listen again. Not to the whole thing, of course. Just like man like David. Alright. Oh shit! David's got the gaming setup.
Hi, this is Simple Z. Vocal distortion, it loses any and all sub. Like, any and all sub. There's more sub in the build up than there was in the drop, which was not pleasant to listen to. So, I'd say. The was fairly okay. Like, the drums themselves weren't amazing, but the PF snare itself was actually quite nice. So I'd give 4, I guess. No, sorry, 3. And then performance, he performed to the camera, so I give him. He performed to the camera, you know, he wasn't standing, but like he was still putting energy into it. So I give him a 5 in that regard. So what are we at? 4, 5, 6, 16, 20. Okay. I think that's fair. I think 20 is fair for this. So that puts him 7th below Viriton. Virtanen. What do I have at Viriton? Fuck's sake. Keeping in mind we have 2 more wildcards to judge, and I'm going to look over RemJ off mic. But I'll still judge him on stream. I'll judge him on stream, but I'm not gonna put him on screen at his request. So, man like David
man, like fucking David. Alright, so first thing I should say. He's promised me 4 chicken fillet rolls for first place. So let's just make that known. Aside from that, I'll have to judge. Oh, the star against your score is like I wasn't sure whether I should take a point or not, so I decided that if it came to a tiebreaker, that's when I would take the point off the score. But not like, wait a second. There was a lot of messages that I couldn't see for some reason. Anyway, yeah, that was basically it. And then the star next to reload an object was to indicate that I wasn't sure about that placement, so I'd have to judge the two of them again. Which is kind of like answering what I said, Han. For the fact that he's here and he pointed it out. I am gonna just look over these again. If anything seems like particularly low or particularly high or closer than it should be, I'll just double check. So yeah. So yeah, right now the only things that could really change, depending on how these get ranked, is that I would put, I might swap these two. But aside from that, oh yeah, you can see I might swap object and reload. But aside from that, I don't think this should change too much. We'll also have to look at Sebi, because he seems a bit low. What he offered. Are you single?
This DC and this Milky Way wildcard for the Flowcase 10 P-Box battle in Cardiff.
Okay, starting off with the fucking... Oh, this is nice. This progression is nice. I don't like the fact it goes silent. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The audio is a bit white. Okay, this progression doesn't quite do the bass. I'll double check. Just in case. Like, I'm not going to do anything just yet. Because, if there's no need to adjust the points, like, to go down, then there's no point in doing it. Yeah, exactly. Look at reload. He's just taking... He's just taking the feedback on board. He's going to improve. He's going to come back to his next competition. He's going to fucking decimate the thing. Wait, David, is this a cover? Oh, right, we've reached the end of the playlist. Now we have to manually find Cruz's wildcard. Okay. That's grand. Why is my YouTube broken? Oh, it should be in my search history. Oops, wrong tab. Fucking hell, this PC is slow. Right, that does it. I'm risking it all. Object, Epos. Slow sweat, RMJ, urchin, me, Toonie, Sebby. Cruz, okay. Right. Cruz is the last one we are judging on stream. Then I'll just, I'll just tally up.
This is Cruz, and this is my wildcard for Flowcase 10 at the Moon in
first draft
Cardiff. Let's go.
And close enough to final draft. Wait, oops. My fault. Wait, I just didn't judge David. Okay, sorry, I'm slow, I'm stupid. I was trying to figure out whether or not this was a cover. Relo said this is Hands in the Air. I couldn't find the track that he was talking about. But I'll adjust points if it's the case. Anyway, so musicality. Not too much progression to be seen. There's a transpose at the end, but other than that, it's kind of the same thing throughout the whole track. So I'd have to say kind of 7 on that. Then originality. This is subject to change. First of all, I'd say, it's kind of a typical hardstyle track on loop, so I'd probably have to go, and then like the drops ideas themselves were kind of standard, so I'd say 7, 6, 7, 6. Gonna go 7. Gonna go 6. Say 6, and they're gonna put an asterisk there, because if this is a cover, then it's probably gonna have to go down a good 2 or 3 points as well. Actually, I don't think it will get any originality points actually if it's a cover. When I think about it, it's not original, is it? Anyway, sound design. Bass is, kind of simple and effective. What you need for hardstyle. The kick was a bit blasted. But I take it that's more of a mix issue. The crash was, the crash was crashy. That's the crash crashed. That's all you need. I'm gonna see actually. Do you know what? Can I re-angle this? Why can't you see the score sheet? Oh no, you can now. My fault. I'm a bit special needs. All right. You kind of know the criteria at this point, what it's all worth. So. Yeah, fuck it, that's fine. Oh my god, I'd locked on. Alright. Wait, why can't I let go? Alright, that's grand. Okay. Yeah, sound design. Yeah, I'd say it was simple but effective. There was nothing to hit home about, but there was nothing bad either. Mix. As Urchin said, the crash was pretty loud. Like, it wasn't deafening, of course, but it took up a lot more space volume-wise than it should have. So turn the crash down a small bit, and also turn the kick down, re-cue the kick, because it was sounding a bit, it sounded like it was clipping almost from my end. Was there sub? I can't. I'll look over this now. I feel like there was, but there wasn't like blasting sub, which I would kind of want in a hardstyle track when there's not much going on. So I'd say mix wise, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6. I'll go 6. And then performance, yeah, it's kind of just like, I'd say this is going to be a 2. Because, again, it's kind of like just footage of the loop. It's not footage of the artist. It's like there's not much to be seen performance-wise. So, yeah. So, this is the fair ranking, and I'll adjust this if it's a cover. So, right now it's 7, 13, 19, 25, 27. 27. Yeah, I guess I could. It's not unreasonable. Puts them below Virtanen. The biggest learning lesson for me today is saying Virtanen's name correctly on the first try. Right. One more live wildcard to go. One more off-screen wildcard to go. Let's go. Oh, my fault. And again, I will look over these scores again. And if anything needs to change, I will change it. Right. So, final wildcard. I'll go from the start. I'm also going to have to consider the fact that this was recorded in an awkward manner. Because he kind of just didn't have the option to record otherwise, you get me? Cruise in the past. This is the Cruise. There's still work to be done. But like, I can tell he's grinding. I can tell he's like progressing, which is always lovely to see. And he is also at a bit of a disadvantage because of the recording method, unfortunately. Like, I'll try look past it, but it's not going to be easy to do so. You know? I'm getting this second drop.
Yeah, hello? Ayo, KBA, where's your GPP wildcard
shit.
for the producers
My
category?
fault.
I'm
Okay, so this is gonna be kind of brief, and yeah, I'm also gonna rewatch all these wildcards, like with the video. So let me just be clear on that. I'm not gonna fucking just leave it at this. Performance points wise, I'm gonna rewatch them with the video. And adjust as such. This is just a really rough first draft. So yeah. Cruise musicality. I'd give this kind of not too low, not too high. I'd say maybe 5, 6. I don't know. In and around. I might go on the lower end for now, because there are some timing issues, and I do wish that there was a bit more substance to the track. You know, at some points there was just like no bass when it felt like there should have been, I guess. Originality, it's not a cover, which is good, but I think it's very MK1 Looper, kind of similar to who would have been my example earlier. Don't think it was Milkman. Anyway, yeah, it felt very Looper generic, I guess. So I'm gonna put it at 4. Sound design. It was mostly kind of, you know, like I have to respect like the frequency, you know, range. Like he's using both high and low, but I think the sounds themselves are a bit standard. So I'd have to go on this. I'd say, what I say, 5. I'd say. Would I say 5? Would I say 6? Yeah, I think 6 is kind of like. Yeah, I wouldn't say 5. Sorry, I wouldn't say 6. Mix. This is going to be a really hard one to judge because the audio quality was a bit not good, you know, and he couldn't help it, of course. But let me get the wildcard itself back up. Just by looking at performance really quick, he's kind of stagnant throughout the track, focused on the loop, not really on the camera. Kind of 1 or 2 glances, but nothing big. So I'm gonna have to say maybe 3 performance wise. Mix. Mix. Oh, mix is a difficult one. Let me 1 second. you know, from what I can hear here, the snare is a bit far back in the mix when it should be much louder. Let me skip to the drop. You know, it's actually alright enough as we go on. I think I think the bass and the special sounds are much louder than they should be. So but the hard part is just the fact that we don't have good audio. So I think I'll put this kind of 4 in and around, somewhere closer to the middle, for the sake of it's harder to judge, but I'd rather err on the side of caution based off what I can, just like the small details I can hear here. So I do not cruise mix above 0. Yeah, but he couldn't help it. Like, he couldn't help it. Fucking yeah, it's a bit Also, no, I have been watching the videos at the same time, but I haven't been watching them with the audio. So I'm kind of like piecing together the two at the same time. So I'm going to rewatch like video and audio at the same time. Because I've kind of just been like skipping through almost. So, yeah. So what's this? 5, 10, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21? I don't think this is above Simple Z. I don't think this is above Milk Box. Do I think it's above Urchin? I mean, not particularly. I feel like I've been incredibly harsh on Urchin. That being said, he does have an MK2 and a second device. And these other loopers are all exclusively MK1. So I feel like with 2 devices, I kind of hope you were significantly nicer than these guys. I feel like he opened himself up to more fucking critique based on the fact that he has the extra gear. In a sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. It's like there was more capability for Urchin to sound good than there was for Simple Z and Milkbox to sound good. But then, kind of, if Urchin was sounding like musically, I don't know. Sorry, I am very tired this week, so I'm struggling to put my thoughts into like coherent words. But it's like, because I don't really want to be saying the wrong thing either. That's the other side of it. He's better, but like he should just naturally sound better based on the fact he has a second device. Like he already has that boost. So audio quality wise, yeah, he sounds better by default. But he falls down a bit in everything else. It's an awkward one. I really have to come back to Urchin, because I don't know about him being so low, but I don't know if I want to put him higher. And also, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through like bottom 6 altogether, and I'm going to look through top 6 altogether. And then kind of just like do some in-betweens in that sense. Because I want to make sure that like my low brackets are correct. This is kind of general placement, first of all. And I want to see, am I going to be moving people up higher or not? And then I'll just look at like individual ties, such as, you know, object and reload. Yeah, so I don't know, something about Cruise 5, 10. Musically 5? I mean, like, yeah, I suppose. Sound design 5. probably move that down to a 4 in retrospect. And I'd move this down by 1. Because now I think about it, the second drop does like really lose me a lot. With like kind of the random placement of the sounds. There's a lack of structure. So I think I'll just go this, which I could at least make a case for, but I'll probably end up changing in the final ranks anyway. Now, this isn't looking very optimistic for MJ. So I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to see. This is going to be... I'm going to get rid of the loop, like desktop audio, as... I'm going to get rid of the desktop audio as an audio source. And I'm going to listen to this on mute. And then I'll just judge it. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. I am gonna review these rankings. Also, hello, Stonk. I still fucking hell, Stonk Zombie. I respect the commitment to the meme like a good 4 years after it died. You know, you have to. Now let me go. That's my history. That's my browser history. Go back to the playlist. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear the desktop at the moment? Like, can you hear anything coming from here? OBS says you can't, but like I trust OBS as much as I trust like the turn camera feature off on Zoom. As in, I don't. Fantastic. Okay, so it's just gonna be me staring at the camera for the next few minutes. Like, go grab a drink of water. You know, make some toast, have a wank. I don't really care what you do. Just like entertain yourself. Okay. This was going so well. This wildcard is going really well. And then he decided to use every key signature. Now, let me check the devices he's using. You know, this is MK2 only. Okay. So the part I'm listening to now for MJ's wildcard is nice, but he's gonna bring in an earlier part, which is like a completely different key signature. So you can't hear it. He doesn't want you to hear it. But it's kind of like the same thing you were suffering from, Urchin, earlier on, where it was like a load of different key signatures, and I give the same practical feedback steps. So yeah. I can see this ranking higher because the sound design is majestic, but at the same time, not by that much. Because I'm going to have to dock a lot of musicality points here. And mix. Right. Okay, so you're gonna have to. This is just gonna be a lot of like, trust me, bro. Wait, hang on. I'll listen to this one in particular. So, RemJ. Okay. Musicality. I'm just gonna say 2. Now, this is a bit awkward because you guys can't trust the fact that you don't hear anything I'm describing here, but it's like you'd chords that were like beautiful by themselves, and then you'd grand delay plucks that are beautiful by themselves, and you put them together, and they're 2 different key signatures, and they create this horrible sound, to be brutally honest. And then he gets a bass which is in another key signature that he slaps in at the same time, and it's really, really hard to find pleasantry in it. There's something nice about it, but that all comes down in the sound design department. So, yeah. Originality. There's nothing really to, brag about originality-wise in this track. There's nothing horribly wrong with it. That chord progression. That chord progression is kind of fire. It's nice. So maybe I give this a 4. Sound design. Sound design is going to be a 7, I reckon. Because, like, the chords are great. Actually, no, 7. That's how long. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself now, I am. Chords are actually really nice, but I think my main problem with it comes from the fact that a lot of the sound choices that he could have used were not the correct ones, in my opinion. Like, snare again. Could have been, or is that a mix issue? He chose a lower pitch snare. I would have appreciated a higher pitch snare, for example. His kick was a bit blasted. I think I'll settle for 5. Mix, I'm gonna say 2, because kind of made worse by the colliding keys. Everything blends into one another. So like it gets to a point where I can't make out what is going on anymore in the track. From both a musical perspective and from a mixed perspective, like the drums themselves get a bit drowned out. So I'd have to give this low. Would I give it a 2 or would I say 3? I wouldn't quite say 2 because there's a lot. This is like the opposite of Urchin, where I said with Urchin that there was not much to mess up, but there is still a lot more to work on. This is like there was a lot to mess up, and he did in fact mess up. Because like everything individually by itself was like fairly well mixed. It was fairly polished. It was fairly clean. And then it all comes together, and it's like, ew. So yeah, I'll leave it at 3 for now. I might change later. On performance, having looked through it, I reckon I'm gonna give this a 2 because it was a lot of head down at the loop. He showed himself, but he was like kind of very tightly packed into a space. There wasn't much audience addressing to be seen. So kind of the thing about performance is that I don't want to be like I don't want it to just feel like I'm watching you play a track, I guess. I wanted you should be kind of like directly hyping up the audience, even if there is no audience, even if the audience is like the big ass billboard on your bedroom wall. You should still be like looking at the camera, you know, fucking hands up or something, you know, goofy face expressions at like a drop, even if it's like kick and snare combo. You should be like, you know, you should make your track be seeming 10 times better than it is compared to fucking, you know, you have like the best track in the world and you're performing it like, you know. So just kind of look like you're engaged with the crowd for performance points. So 5, 10, 14, 16 in between Milkbox and Urchin. I can see that. I might change it, of course, but I can very easily see that. So, this is our first draft. Of everyone who emailed in their wall card. So I'll give So here's what I'm gonna do before I submit my actual results. This is just you guys seeing like the early drafts. First thing I'm gonna do is re-listen. Through to 7. So I'm gonna re-listen to DC down to Urchin and kind of just. So this is like my bottom 6, or maybe I'll take it in 3s is probably best. So I'll re-listen 12 to 10. Then I'll re-listen 9 to 7, 6 to 4, and 3 to 1. Just all the different brackets. Because, you know, there was like kind of Sebi to Urchin to Reload. You have like poor Urchin being sandwiched in between like top 5 wildcards. You know, kind of similar with Milkbox sandwiched between Slow Sweat and Reload. So kind of having these like, I suppose, equal playing field brackets to re-listen to, where like they're all kind of on the same level, will help me make a more accurate list. Next thing I'm gonna do is re-listen with video. I can't type to save my life. I'll check comments in a second. I just want to get like this plan done first. Re-listen with the video at the same time, so that, like I can more clearly identify performance instead of kind of going like over and back, and I might have missed something. You know, I might have not been fully paying attention, and I might have only caught like a good part. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I think that is my first. I think that's my first draft of results. So yeah. Right. So if anyone who was like in the wildcard competition has questions, just send me a DM and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I've gotten a few off Milkman already, so I'm probably gonna attend to that either today or tomorrow, 'cause I'm fucking exhausted. But yeah, that is it for now. I hope you guys have a good night. I look forward to the results being released, and I will see you all on June 22nd in the Moon in Cardiff.